Hello and welcome to this tutorial video on how to complete your SPoC activity report. In this video, we'll cover areas and features of the report, as well as some useful tips for completing it. For help with downloading your SPoC activity report from our Sun Glasscube site, please see our separate tutorial video, How to Access and Navigate Glasscubes. The homepage of the SPoC report contains some additional guidance in this blue section here, which you may wish to refer to at a later date. To start with, please enter your contact details on the left-hand side of the screen in these cells here. Your Sun project leader will complete the Sun contact area on this side. That completes the home page of the SPoC activity report. To enter your activity, please navigate to one of the year group activity pages. In this example, we're going to use the Year 9 tab. To enter your student data, please enter the first name, surname, and postcode for each student. If your student data is in a separate spreadsheet, it can be copied into the report by clicking and dragging like so, pressing Ctrl+C to paste it, and then clicking in the top line under first name and Ctrl+V. It's important that your postcodes don't include spaces. If they do, highlight them like so, select Find and select, then the Replace option. In the Find What box, press the spacebar to enter a space and ensure that there is nothing in the Replace With box. Clicking Replace All will remove all of your postcodes. Any student with a target ward next to their name is an NCOP learner and resides in one of our target postcodes. To enter your activity, this is done at the top of the report just here. We have event name, directed by, type, subtype, duration, date, and heat activity ID. For this example, we're going to use a UCAS there. That'll be the name of our event. There are several options for event directed by. The first one is Sun-led workshop or session. Select this if a Sun team member has delivered a workshop or session in your school. Project proposed activity relates to any activity that's from one of your proposed projects. SPoC funding activity is anything that you've spent your Sun funding allocation on. Community Champions is a project that some of you may be involved in, and local authority is if a local authority has delivered in your school. For this one, we're going to select SPoC funding activity. There are also several event types. Please select the one that matches your activity most closely. This one is going to be an exhibition because it's a UCAS fair. The subtype will be general UCAS. For help with either of these two sections, the event type or subtype, please contact your Sun project leader. We then type in the event duration. This must be a whole number of hours where possible. We're going to say 3 hours for this one, and the event date is going to be the 25th of September 2019. If there is a heat activity ID for your activity, this will be provided by Sun. We then ask that you record which of your students has attended each activity. This can be done by typing a 1 into the box next to their name. This drop-down box here does have a 1 and a 0, but you don't need to put a 0 if they haven't attended the activity. You could just leave it blank. If a whole year group has attended an activity and you need to put everybody as a 1, you can click this little green box at the bottom here and drag downwards, and that will copy all of the cells with a 1. Every now and then it might fill series which will count it upwards in 1, so you'll have 1 all the way through to 9 or 10 or however many you have. If that's the case, this little option here will allow you to click copy cells, and that'll make sure that they're all a 1. Please repeat the same step for each activity across each year group. If more than one year group has attended an activity, it's best to include it in each of the year group tabs and make sure that the details are exactly the same so that we can identify that the activity was attended by multiple year groups. The final step of the SPoC activity report is to record your non-student activity. This is any activity that has been aimed at parents or staff or anybody that's not a student. All we ask is that you click whether or not from these options you have undertaken any parent activity, and then we ask that you record the number attended. We're going to put 20 in this example. The same can be done for staff, and we'll say yes. And for example, we may have had a training session for 5 staff. We also ask that you include in this text box here a description of the activity that's taken place for parents. So we will say a parent information evening, and a staff training session. That completes the SPoC activity report. It can then be submitted and uploaded to Glasscubes. Once again, if you require any help in downloading, editing, or uploading your SPoC report, please see our other video called How to Access and Navigate Glasscubes. Thank you.